transfer rumor mill is spinning out of control as Barcelona makes a massive call on Marcus Rashford. After an underwhelming loan spell that saw the forward vanish during crucial Champions League and Copa del Rey exits, the club has decided not to trigger his permanent buy option. It is a stunning U-turn for the Manchester United loanee who failed to seize his golden chance. And now, he is headed back to Old Trafford while the Spanish giants hunt for new firepower.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next up, we have to talk about the absolute miracle occurring in San Sebastian, where Pellegrino Matarazzo has turned Real Sociedad into champions. Defying a skeptical AI analysis, the American manager led the club to their first major trophy in nearly 40 years after a thrilling Copa del Rey victory over Atletico Madrid. It is a legendary debut season that has united the fans and established a new standard for the Basque side. Big changes are also brewing in North London, where Micky van de Ven is at the center of a major transfer tug-of-war. Manchester United is officially weighing up a blockbuster move for the Tottenham defender, as his standing at the club continues to slide amidst a difficult season. The writing is on the wall for a potential exit, and the Premier League is watching closely to see where this star defender lands next. Finally, we are looking at the future of Aston Villa star Morgan Rogers, who has been told by former player Henry Lansbury that he is destined for even greater heights. With his incredible creative influence and newfound scoring form, the England international is already turning heads about a potential move to an elite global club or a challenge abroad. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another update on the biggest stories in football. Have you ever witnessed a move that looked like a dream on paper, only to turn into a complete nightmare on the pitch? That is exactly the reality facing Marcus Rashford right now. What was supposed to be a career-defining revival at Barcelona has officially hit a dead end, with reports confirming the Spanish giants are passing on their option to sign the Manchester United star permanently. It is a harsh turn of events, especially considering he arrived with such massive expectations. Barcelona originally saw him as the perfect piece to their puzzle, but the reality? Well, it just didn't click. Despite a solid stat sheet, 12 goals and 13 assists, the numbers don't tell the whole story. When the lights were brightest, specifically in those high-stakes Champions League and Copa del Rey clashes against Atletico Madrid, Rashford simply vanished. He was handed the golden ticket, a starting role while Rafinha was injured, and he failed to capitalize when it mattered most. It is that lack of a clinical edge in the big moments that has forced the Blaugrana hierarchy to pivot toward other targets like Julian Alvarez. Honestly, it is a tough pill to swallow for a player of his caliber. Now, he faces a return to Old Trafford with his future completely up in the air. As for Barcelona, they are keeping their eyes on the prize, looking to wrap up another La Liga title before a summer of massive changes. What do you think? Was this a failure of the system or just a lack of confidence? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of football transfers. Sometimes, the biggest gamble is the one that forces you to start over. What if I told you that the secret to one of the most stunning football comebacks in Europe wasn't a brilliant transfer or a radical new scouting system, but a direct order from the club president to a piece of artificial intelligence, and the fact that he completely ignored it? Welcome to the incredible story of Pellegrino Matarazzo at Real Sociedad. Imagine the scene. Thousands of jubilant fans packing the town hall in San Sebastian. They are celebrating the club's first major trophy in nearly 40 years. Standing on the balcony, reading from a sheet of paper with a slightly shaky accent, is an American named Pellegrino Matarazzo. He's speaking in Basque, a language notoriously difficult to master, and the crowd absolutely loves him for it. It's a fairy tale, but just 4 months prior, this club was in a total tailspin. When Matarazzo arrived in late December, the club was crumbling. They had lost pillars like Mikel Merino and Martin Zubimendi to the Premier League, and after a disastrous start under Sergio Francisco, they were hovering just 1 point above the relegation zone. The pressure was suffocating. In a surreal moment, club president Joaquin Apuribe actually asked an AI model if he should hire Matarazzo. The machine said no. Thankfully, Apuribe listened to his sporting director instead, and the rest is history. So how did he do it? It's not just tactics, it's a shift in psychology. Matarazzo realized he'd previously been guilty of overloading his players with information. He stripped back the complexity, allowing his squad to stop overthinking and start acting on instinct. He also brought in an unexpected secret weapon, former Bundesliga defender Ermer Toprak, who had zero coaching experience but an elite ability to connect with the locker room. This isn't just about winning a cup. It's about a man who fully immersed himself in the Basque culture, living by the sea, walking the beach to clear his head, and embracing the club's identity. The result? A Copa del Rey title, a surge up the table, and a squad that finally believes again. Even the AI eventually changed its tune, upgrading his status from unfit for the job to excellent after he dismantled Athletic Bilbao in the semifinals. It's a powerful reminder that while technology can crunch the numbers, it can't always predict the heart and soul a human coach brings to a locker room. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of football's most unlikely success stories, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Do you think AI has a place in deciding the future of football managers, or should it stay far away from the pitch? Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the best decisions are the ones that defy the algorithm. Is the Micky van de Ven era at Tottenham already reaching its breaking point? Just a year ago, we were talking about him as a £100 million asset, a lightning-fast force of nature at the heart of the defense. But today, the conversation has shifted dramatically. Manchester United has officially entered the fray, reportedly weighing up a blockbuster move for the Dutch defender, and honestly, it's hard to ignore how much the tide has turned at N17. It hasn't just been about a dip in form. It's been about a perceived shift in attitude that has left the fans questioning his commitment to the shirt. While Van de Ven has brushed off rumors of downing tools, his performances on the pitch haven't exactly screamed passion or urgency lately. It's a tragic arc, really, going from the golden boy of the backline to a player whose future seems destined to be elsewhere. We all remember the flashes of brilliance, like that electric run at Old Trafford that set up Brennan Johnson, or those heroic goal-line clearances that defined our European run. Yet, the writing has been on the wall since his candid chat with Gary Neville on The Overlap. It felt like he was already planning his next chapter, and now, it looks like that chapter will be written in Manchester, or perhaps even abroad with Barcelona or Liverpool circling. If he leaves after keeping us up, the fans might offer a bittersweet farewell, but if he walks during a relegation disaster, that's a bridge burned forever. But maybe, just maybe, this is the silver lining we need. It's time to stop clinging to the past and start building a new wall around Luka Vukovic. What do you think? Is it time to cash in and move on, or should we be fighting to keep him? Smash that like button, subscribe for more daily Spurs updates, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. After all, a club is only as strong as the players who truly want to be there. Is Morgan Rogers destined for the absolute pinnacle of world football, or is he already at his ceiling? That is the burning question being asked about the Aston Villa playmaker, and if you listen to former villain Henry Lansbury, the answer is a resounding he can go even higher. Rogers has become the creative heartbeat of Unai Emery's side. At just 23, he's already mastered the Premier League and handled the heat of European competition. But in today's game, being a standout talent at a club like Villa inevitably triggers the rumor mill. Could we see him moving to a global giant, or perhaps taking a bold leap abroad? Lansbury, speaking exclusively to Goal, admits he sees a player who has the raw ingredients to dominate anywhere. He compares Rogers to the likes of Morgan Gibbs-White, a player who possesses that rare, forward-thinking X-factor. What makes Rogers' rise so refreshing is his willingness to take the unconventional route. We often see young prospects stall by clinging to big club academies, but Rogers wasn't afraid to drop into the championship with Middlesbrough to find his feet. It was a calculated risk that paid off in full. As Lansbury puts it, the secret for any young player is simple. Just go play. Get out of the bubble, get onto the pitch, and play real men's football. That's how you turn potential into a career. Speaking of health, Lansbury's perspective goes well beyond the pitch. He's been a massive advocate for the Check Your Ballies campaign, which uses the natural, tension-filled pauses of football, like those agonizing VAR reviews, to remind fans about the importance of testicular cancer awareness. It's a brilliant way to turn a moment of sporting frustration into a literal lifesaver. Because while we spend minutes waiting for a referee to decide if a goal stands, a quick self-check takes less than a minute and could be the most important decision you make all year. As for Rodgers, the sky is the limit, but he's currently exactly where he needs to be. With a contract locked in until 2031, Villa will be hoping they're the ones to benefit from the next evolution of his game. Do you think Rodgers should stay in the Premier League to keep building his legacy, or is it time for him to test his talents in a new country? Let us know your take in the comments below, and remember, check the score, but don't forget to check yourself. Stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you in the next one.